What's up guys, it's your boy Kish my world with another beautiful video, and today I am going to take you through 8 things to do on your weekend trip to Riga. So 8 things to do under one weekend. I might just throw in some few extras at the end, so keep watching this video till the end. It's your boy Kish my world. Peace and enjoy.
I can see the light from your bedroom door. You've been staying up late, I don't know what for. Let's watch the spinning blades of the ceiling fan. Let's count the running sheep, come on, take my hand. Come on and take my. I can be a sunset
So guys, welcome back. And as you all know, Riga is the capital city of Latvia, and Latvia is one of the 3 Baltic countries that are located in the Baltic Sea, like off the coast of the Baltic Sea, which include also Estonia and Lithuania. And it is in the mouth. Riga is located in the mouth of Riga Daugava. And it is also Riga is also the largest city in the entire Baltic states, with a population of slightly over 2 million. And it's a variety of museums and monuments to see all over Riga. But let's just dive into the main thing of the 8 things that I figured out to do in my weekend in Riga, which were absolutely fun, amazing. Most of them were free. The others were almost free, but I'm gonna just say free things to do in Riga because almost everything was really good. And just a warning, when you go to Riga, you might think you have a lot of time, you might think there's not much to see, but actually there's so much things to do that you might not be able to cover everything at one go. So this is my top 8 things to do. There's other things to do, just do your research and take time. And 8 things to do in Riga. Let's do this. So the number 1 thing for me to do, and this is not in any order, I'm just saying them according to which order I think that they just come to my head. And number 1 was the amazing Museum of War. The Museum of War. This is a very nice, huge building which helps you to kind of see the history of Riga and Latvia and how they were during the Second World War, the evolution of war, and how they have developed war equipment. It's a very, very big museum. It's free entrance, so you make sure to just go there early and have a lot of energy, because there's a lot of floors with different types of things, different films showing you how things started from like medieval times, how the Rigan government has evolved, how they have been involved in the military. You can see the involvement in African countries, even their part in the Second World War, and a lot of things included in this. So this is a must see when you're in Riga, and it's a very, very interesting and nice museum, so check it out when you're in Riga. Number 2 on my list is the Three Brothers. The Three Brothers is a medieval building which is composed of 3 different houses which were built by 3 people from the same lineage, or the same family, descendants in a family, basically to speak. These houses, the Three Brothers, also house a museum inside which is called the Museum of Architecture, and it's a very interesting museum, and you can get to see the beauty of these structures from the outside. There are 3 buildings that are closely bound together, so it's very popular for tourists and for people coming to see, and you can go and learn about the architecture and everything that's inside there. And it's also fun and great opportunity to take some Instagram photos in it. So that's number 2, the Three Brothers. And on my number 3 on things that you have to do in Riga, my absolute must is that you have to go and visit the National Library of Riga. The National Library of Riga is this beautiful building where you get to go and see the different floors of it, and you can actually get to go all the way to the rooftops, but on special days. So make sure you check out the website so that you do not go on days that did not open. Mostly it's on weekends, and they open from 1 or 2 o'clock in the rooftop. I'm not sure about that, but it's an absolute beauty. You get to see such nice architecture, and then you get to see the different levels, how many books there are, different departments, and of course the rooftop. You get to see a 360 panoramic view of the entire Riga. It's such a beautiful, phenomenal building, and you have to make sure you make a point to visit that place, the National Library, when you are in Riga, Latvia. And on my number 4 thing to do in Riga is that you absolutely have to go and visit the Black Head. The Black Head is this beautiful building which is strategically located in this square, and here you can get to see the 14th century architecture of this beautiful building called the Blackheads. The reason that it was called the Blackheads is because it was of the Brotherhood of Blackheads, which included unmarried merchants and foreigners who were in Riga. And inside there's actually a museum where you can get to go in and get to learn more about the Blackheads and see how they were, how they lived their life, and how they actually formed this thing. And I have to mention that this one is actually not the real original Blackhead, because the real original Blackhead was destroyed during the Second World War. So this one was built up in a new one, so it is a new creation, so to speak. So it was destroyed in the World War II, so this one is like a reconstruction of the original thing that was there, and you have also the museum inside it. So I hope you'll enjoy that one also, the Blackheads. On my number 5, you have to absolutely go and take a walk and stroll in the Riga Old Town. The Riga Old Town is very beautiful, and it starts all the way from the pillar, from the statue, from the Liberty statue there. You can walk down to the Clock of Lovers, walk down the streets and just see how people sit outside and enjoy their food. There's different activities that are happening there. People are skipping rope. There's like some drummers playing things there on the side. You can get to see the nice hotels, nice restaurants. You can also get to see places where you can go and eat local Latvian Riga food, local food from Latvia, and so much things to do. It's such a good walk, and you get to feel the enjoyment. You go to the old town, and remember that Riga town is a very old town with so much history. There's churches, there's old buildings, everything encompassed in that place. You just have to go there and take a stroll and walk and just let it in and enjoy all the people playing music or just distributing their stuff, and you'll really enjoy a walk through Riga Old Town. So that's an absolute must. And on my 7th thing to do is you absolutely have to go and visit the Riga Central Market. The Riga Central Market is a very beautiful structure, and it is made up of not one, not two, not three, not four, but 5 different silos, like I call them, because they're different. Like you can see them carving, like you can see over here, and these different ones are different positions of the market and different a different type of structure inside of there, and they sell different produce. You can find one silo that's up for fish, the other one is for fresh produce, another one is for meat, another one is for dairy, another one is for fruits and vegetables. A place where you can go, there's a food court, you can go there and eat. You can see people selling clothes for very cheap, and even outside in the outskirts of the market there's also people selling their produce. You can get confused as to how everybody has to make a sale, but they actually do, and it's actually booming business. They have really nice and fresh produce, and everything is just up to you to go and see different types of drinks. So make sure you go and visit this UNESCO World Heritage Site, actually, because it's a UNESCO World Heritage Site. This is the biggest market actually in Europe, and it's also the oldest. So make sure you go there and visit, and you might definitely just come out with something that you love and enjoy. And on my number 7 was this really emotional and touching thing and it's called the Riga Ghetto and Holocaust Museum. The Riga Ghetto and Holocaust Museum, you just go in there, it's free entrance, it doesn't cost anything, but it has its opening times. Just make sure when you go there you're ready, because you get to read all these things about the dark history of Riga and all the people who were killed there, the innocent Jews. Most of them were killed from there. A lot of people lost their lives. Hundreds of thousands of people were killed, deported from different places in Europe and brought to Riga, and that was their last and final resting place. You get to see and read stories of individual people, how they came to die, what happened, the situations, what they tried to do to get away from this. And it's a really dark time in the history of this place, but we thank God that everything is okay now. Everything has been changed and people have changed. So it's a reminder of how man's cruelty to man can happen. So you need to be ready, prepared mentally and psychologically, because it's nothing that brings joy, but it's also very important that you get to learn about the history. So the Riga Ghetto and Holocaust Museum, must see. And on my number 8, which was actually one of my absolute favorite things to do, you have to go and make sure that you go in one of the cruises. I did the sunset cruise and it was so beautiful, it was so magnificent. You get to see Riga in its entirety, you get to see the whole town because the boat takes you like on one end to the other, and you get to see where the president lives, where the national television is. You get to see the different bridges, you get to see a wonderful sunset as you're coming down, which is actually the highlight of this time. So make sure actually you get there on time. There's boats leaving every hour, but if you want to get the sunset one, there's a lot of people coming there, so the sunset sometimes disappears early, so it's best to go at like 7 o'clock in the summertime. So between 7 o'clock and 8 o'clock, there's beautiful sunsets. You can also do 8 o'clock to 9 o'clock. There's also very beautiful sunsets. So the choice is yours, but make sure you get there on time because it's so packed. There's always a line, a queue, a lot of people waiting to get in. So make sure you rush so that you do not miss these wonderful sights and wonderful views. And that is my number 8 of the top things to do in Riga. And so guys, I promised you an extra and a bonus, and my bonus is you have to go and eat in this place called Lido. Oh my gosh, it has exotic real Latvian food for really good prices. Basically you just go in the line and then you take a tray and you put whatever food you want, then at the end of it you go and pay for it. So everything has its own price, but it's so good food, so much food. I think we ate there like maybe almost every day, 3-4 times since we discovered it, and it's really nice authentic Latvian food, and it's really nice. It tastes so good, the prices are okay, so make sure you definitely check out Lido. There's not just one, there's like several different ones everywhere, so you can choose whichever you want that's closest to you, and it's very really nice food. Make sure you check it out, and remember to give this video a like, subscribe to the channel for more great content, and enjoy the rest of your day. Peace, blessings, and I'm out.